Happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa with the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, Central Bank forecasts increase in food prices next year. A woman accidentally shot while liming at a bar in San Fernando. Bandits steal $2,500 from a QREP lotto booth, and internationally, New York City announces mandatory vaccine for all private employers. And now the news in detail. The central bank has forecast increased food prices into 2022, despite the government's removal of value-added tax on essential food items. In its monetary policy report for November 2021, the bank said that while the VAT removal measure was aimed at providing some ease to customers, it may only be temporary, owing to the increasing cost of imported foods. Central Bank says the continued growth in international food prices during the second half of 2021 and the expectation of continued elevated international food prices in the short term suggest that domestic food prices may trend higher in the coming months. In the 2021-2022 budget presentation, Finance Minister Com Imbert announced that effective November 1st, 2021, items such as biscuits, cooking oil, canned vegetables, cornflakes, canned fish and meat, curry, juice, sausages and ham, ketchup, bottled water, pigtail, among others, would be exempt from the 12.5% VAT. However, according to the central bank, an increased freight rates, restrictions, slowdowns and bottlenecks in supply chains as a result of the pandemic, as well as extreme weather patterns that continue to disrupt food prices, will result in consumers still paying more for food. A 28-year-old woman was shot while liming at a restaurant and bar in San Fernando after another patron's firearm accidentally discharged. The shooting took place shortly before 4 a.m. on Saturday, while Crystal Ramesar, a real estate agent, was at Rising Star Restaurant and Bar. Police said the gun owner, a 36-year-old contractor who has a firearm user's license, was sitting on a bar stool when he stood up to adjust his clothing and heard a loud explosion. The gun accidentally discharged and the bullet struck Ramesar on her left upper thigh. She had been seated in the dining area some 15 to 20 feet behind the contractor. Ramesar was taken to the San Fernando General Hospital where she's undergoing treatment. Meanwhile, a 60-year-old man was shot while in a forested area in Aripo. The victim told police at around 4 p.m. on Saturday he was in a farming area off the heights of Aripo in the company of another man tending to crops when he heard a loud explosion. He then felt a burning sensation to his right ankle and raised an alarm. The victim was taken out of the bushes and to the Arima Hospital where he was treated. Police are investigating the theft of $2,500 from a QREP lotto booth on Saturday night. Police said the operator left around 6:40 p.m. on Saturday, returned at around 7:50 a.m. on Sunday, and saw the burglar proofing on one side of the building had been pried open. The operator said $2,500 was missing. Investigators from the St. Joseph CID are making inquiries. International news now. Mayor Bill de Blasio this morning announced a sweeping coronavirus vaccine mandate for all private employers in New York City to combat the spread of the new Omicron variant. Mr. de Blasio said the aggressive measure, which takes effect on December 27th and which he described as the first of its kind in the U.S., was needed as a preemptive strike to stall another wave of coronavirus cases and to help reduce transmission during the winter months and holiday gatherings. New York City has already put vaccine mandates in place for city workers and for employees and customers at indoor dining, entertainment and gyms. Nearly 90% of adult New York City residents now have at least one dose of a vaccine. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, Central Bank forecasts increase in food prices next year. Woman accidentally shot while liming at a bar in San Fernando. Bandits steal $2,500 from a QREP lotto booth, and internationally, New York City announces mandatory vaccine for all private employers. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wells, she's up next.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919fm.com.
Larry, I see you